Hello and welcome back. I'm back with God and Coffee. So, woodworking was one of the curriculums that was taught in school in my days. But I believe it's still taught in school because woodworking evolves around the engineering and building and all of that. So I think that is still in schools because that is something that's very important we need in life today. The math skills and the science and problem solving and skills that comes along with woodworking. Woodworking is good for students to learn, men, women, boys, girls. Woodworking provides the ability to identify a problem, brainstorm the possible solutions. You can brainstorm the possible solutions and test your ideas. And so these skills lend themselves to all aspects of life, both inside the classroom and out. Woodworking classes have recently regained popularity because they build essential life lessons along with reinforcing math, reinforcing science, and problem solving skills. And a study from Purdue University shows students benefited from participating in hands-on engineering projects such as woodworking program. And so woodworking provides the ability to identify a problem, brainstorm the possible solutions, and test your ideas. These skills lend themselves to all aspects of life, both inside the classroom and out. And they have recently gained popularity because they build essential life lessons. Okay, and students learn how to safely use tools. They familiarize themselves with a variety of tools that they could use that they would otherwise would never use. And so by mastering woodworking tools, they work on using their fine and gross motor skills and hand-eye coordination. And students also learn about building. Through hands-on design, students can create a tangible product. And this process of planning, construction, and problem solving connects the classroom to the real world. And so parents, you have these young boys and even girls, if they're interested, get them into woodworking because it teaches them how to build, how to be engineers. It teaches them about math and science. And they learn through hands-on experience. They will actually get the hands-on experience that they need for this course. And students, they use creativity when doing a project. You need to think differently, so you need to problem solve and you need to pay attention to detail. The final product is a one-of-a-kind piece. So pay attention to detail because this is what you are building. And this will have your name on it. And students learn to plan. They need to visualize a project and use their skills to complete it. So they need to visualize a product in their head and use their skills to complete it. They feel empowered when they can confidently use a tool to make a product that matches their vision. So once they vision something in their head and they create it, they feel empowered because they have done that. And they learn to persevere. Students learn to persevere. When a project fails, students have to adjust and fix it. They cannot give up. Students learn to cope with adversity and work through the frustration that arises when things do not go right the first time. So students will have to get this right. They cannot just up and leave and walk out when things are not going their way. I do believe this is a good curriculum for students to teach them a lot of discipline. Some of you parents, get your students in here. And the importance in school is woodworking allows students to be inventors and engineers. They are actively building with their hands and exposed to a type of learning that is different from what they get in a traditional classroom. And woodworking provides tangible results because the students can see the outcome of their work each day. In addition, it may lead to an interest in possible careers in engineering, carpentry, or agriculture. So, parents, get your children in these woodworking classes uh, because in this near future, we see that science and engineering and math is much needed. Building, being creative, building projects and buildings, and all of that. So, ladies, parents, fathers, be sure to get your children in some of these woodworking classes because what I'm saying today, these kids can't build anything. These kids, they can't build. There's so much going on. So they just can't. And I don't understand why the parents are not teaching them, but get your kids in these schools, the younger generation coming up. Be sure to put your children, you 20 years old, 30 years old, be sure to put your children in these woodworking classes or some of these curriculum classes that teach them about life skills outside in the real world. Okay? And thank you again for listening to God and Coffee.